And welcome to the Geeks 31 Days of Horror for Halloween. This is Lil.
This is Steve.
And this is Sean.
Tonight we're reviewing The Deliverance from 2024. Sean, cue up the trailer.
Remember, before we get started, whatever it says to you, do not listen to it. It will play on your heart. It will play on your mind. My
Netflix
name
movie.
is James. The other person present is Ebony Jackson, the mother.
From Lee Daniels.
Father, we ask that you cleanse and sanctify us for this deliverance. Ebony, get back.
If you believe, you shall be saved. You shall be saved. You shall be saved. You shall be saved.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
Well, damn, that was quick.
Well, it's a top 10 newer movie on Netflix, so I figured if we're talking about it, probably gonna spoil something real early. So, yeah. So Lee Daniels, based on,
Inspired by.
yes.
That's key.
I was going to change what I just said. Yes, inspired by. So, an Indiana family discovers strange demonic occurrences that can convince them that their community, that their house is a portal to hell. I'm fumbling through this because I don't understand who wrote this. Whatever. I give Deliverance a sidekick. I was bored, and then it's Omar Epps and Glenn Close's relationship threw me totally off this movie. I was like, get me the fuck out of this. What the hell is happening? Omar Epps, like, why were you even in this movie? Like, you were in it for 3 seconds, and I was disappointed. I saw Omar Epps. I'm like, oh, cool. All right. I like Omar Epps, but it's a sidekick. It's not. These demonic possession movies don't do it for me unless we have really good characters, strong characters. And in this movie, like, I like the kids. I felt bad for the kids, but I didn't care about Glenn Close's character and the mother. I'm trying to remember the actress's name, Andra Day.
Boy, Glenn Close. Okay. We got to talk about kids.
Hold on.
Jesus, go ahead.
I also give it a sidekick because I thought it wasn't very scary, and the possession stuff didn't. You only get that at the end. Like, it's really like there's like some spooky kind of stuff, and mostly I just thought they were bad homeowners because, like, if your basement's like that, you don't just shut the door and lock it and like don't like what the fuck? Go clean your shit up.
She ain't have money like that, so she really wasn't.
It's free to clean. You can go down there and take the trash out. It's free.
You put something over your face if the smell is that bad, and you go on figure what the hell is going on.
What the hell? Yeah, and clearly there's been some issues. CPS is actively visiting. So,
well, you haven't been in a black house, so I'll bear witness to this. We've had basements, and there was shit down there that we just didn't touch.
So okay, well then here's the other thing too. I've never had a basement in any house I've ever lived in. So this to me just seems like a room that's your dirt is very dirty and you're just not cleaning. But
no, you haven't been in a black basement again. Keep going.
John, I'm neither black nor have had a basement, so the answer to that is a resounding no. But I digress. It also just wasn't very scary, and it got. I think some of the effects, both practical and CGI, were actually pretty good. I didn't mind the finale. I thought all that stuff was all right. Like, although I like religious horror. I like all this possession stuff and so finally I was like, oh, finally something I can latch onto here, like something that's cool. So it's just a sidekick though. Sean?
Yeah, I'm on sidekick with y'all. It wasn't much in the really kind of like, oh shit about. I don't think Lee Daniels should be doing horror movies, to be honest. Like, if this was Jordan Peele, it was very weird. It was very weird. It's like he didn't have anything else to do. But I mean, Lee Daniels is kind of weird anyway. So like, I don't. I was actually surprised to see.
I think he's got some chops. I think if he
would have stuck the landing, maybe he should have talked to Jordan Peele a little bit, but seems like he didn't. But I was surprised to see Monique in this because Monique and Lee Daniels had some beef. So like I was very, very surprised to see her. I was like, oh shit.
It was supposed to be Octavia Spencer, but she had to drop out. So I don't know.
Yeah. So Monique was back with Lee Daniels as his number 2.
Yeah, because they had beef. They had real fucking beef, like some real like, yo, you owe me money kind of shit.
She did good in this movie though.
She did first of all, Monique is very fucking underrated as an actress, and fucking I'll be damned if fucking Hollywood blackballed her, and it's kind of fucked up. I don't know what she did exactly, but I don't think she did shit. I think it's just Hollywood. That's how they are. So to me, again, the movie was okay. Like, from a standpoint of, okay, well, I get it. I understand. It was nothing like I was like, oh shit, this is cool. I thought it was going to be more. I didn't really, to be honest with you, I didn't even notice the horror movie until it actually got to that point. I was like, oh, okay, something's wrong with this kid. And there's like issues. But Steve told me to watch it. I was like, why are we watching this for 30 days? I thought it was like just like
Sean, I told you to watch it for one reason and one reason alone. Glenn Close.
Glenn Close is let me
let's unpack this.
Let me unpack this for you.
Because according to Lee Daniels, he said that everybody knows a Glenn Close.
Glenn Close is the white woman in the hood who loves black dudes, who dresses and has black things. Definitely drives a Honda Accord because every white girl who loves black dudes always drives a Honda Accord. Really weird to me.
I never knew that.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a fucking thing.
I'm gonna be looking for it now, though.
It's a real thing. I'm telling you. It's yeah, I'm surprised Glenn Close did this, but it's very interesting because again, she's a black woman who has had a black child. That's how most white women who have black kids act sometimes. That is a kind of the thing. I don't know if you guys ever seen it, but like, yeah, it's a thing. It definitely is a thing.
I grew up in Southern California, but it was definitely in more of the, as you would say, hood than where I live now. I knew plenty of Glenn Close characters.
Okay. Hello.
I know plenty of Glenn Close characters.
These kind of characters. I'm just asking you.
No.
Okay. You grew up in the suburbs. You definitely didn't grow up in the hood.
So, for the most part, yes.
Yeah. All right. So yeah,
I knew a lot of Glenn Close characters, both male and female.
I've known these. I've messed with some of these. So yes, I do know. I do know these characters.
I call some of these friends.
I know plenty of these young ladies, but Glenn Close kind of did a good job, though. I kind of liked it. I did. I thought she did a kind of a good job, man. I'm not going to take anything away from Glenn Close. I thought she did a good job for what she had to do. I think they kind of killed her off too early, to be honest. Like was she a sacrifice for it? I guess I would assume so, but
she got just killed.
Yeah, she got.
That's what happened to her.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, "Oh, can a demon do that?" I was like, "I didn't know that these demons could do that," but okay.
Yeah, and it was like a shadowy guy.
Yeah, yo, she got fucked up by that demon when it came to the end, and you see her shit all fucked up. I was like, "Damn, she got fucked up." Like,
Yeah.
it was again. There was some. It just at first.
The stuff at the end with the kids when they started losing their shit, and then
that was
like
crazy.
I don't know, the shit that came out of Glenn Close's mouth at the end was a little. I was like,
oh,
wow.
that nappy ass pussy. I was like, damn. Glenn Close. I was like, oh,
wow.
I was like,
I'm glad I didn't have to say it, but I always I always have subtitles on, so not only did I hear it, I read it.
Yeah, I was oh, you read
it. Somebody typed that, and I read it.
Somebody type that.
They did type that, like, oh, nappy pussy.
And then she's like, I should have flushed you down the toilet when you were just a blood clot. I was like, oh my god, Glenn Close.
You know,
I mean, Cruella DeVille, man.
I wish this would have been great as a Mike Flanagan thing. Like, I'm pretty sure he would have wrote the shit out of this one. For what it was okay at best. Again, you know,
I kind of needed more though. Like, I needed more. Like the kids, like the one little boy, kind of had that cool moment where he went up the wall in the hospital.
And fucking Monique was like. Yeah, I thought she'd like, bye, bitch, I'm out of here. That's what I thought she was gonna do. Because that's what
I did like her reaction to the doctor. The doctor's just playing it off, and she's like, "No, I just saw this boy crawl backwards and scale this damn wall.
Yeah,
like something's wrong."
And the other black woman was like, I ain't going down that motherfucker.
but the other lady, I didn't like the exorcist lady that was just like creeping around for so long. Like, would you just fucking introduce yourself the first time instead of like getting your car fucked up and peeling out and like making all this weird shit for no reason?
That's why
and then when she finally gets to her fucking whole thing, it's like one and done. Like she's out of there relatively quickly.
She gets killed by this demon real quick.
Immediately.
Like she said she like took on some shit before. I'm like, well, if you took on some shit before, why you ain't take on this one the same way? Like, I'm like, oh well. Yeah, it was weird.
I have to give it props for one aspect, because when we got to the end and you know, she saved her kids and everything, I was like, man, is this just gonna be like a happy ending and shit that like nothing went wrong? And no, they did a time jump, you know, like no shit was not good. Monique had to come in and help her out, like, you know, because
she lost her kids.
Yeah, she lost her kids for a while, you know.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, I'm happy it wasn't that because you stole your kid out of the hospital, you did all this shit that now everything is, you know, happy. No, it took some time. So
she was like, also fucked up. Like, it looked like she was like, I fought the devil. And I was like, yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Like her face when Monique came and visited her, and she was all like, you know, I was like, oh yeah.
So,
but she had some fight in her though, man. Because in the beginning, remember when she wanted to punch that little boy in his fucking face or in his nuts? She's like, man, you fuck with my son again, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, she was straight street. She was cute too. I ain't gonna hold you. She was cute. She's definitely cute. I was like,
high sidekick. Yeah. High sidekick.
Yeah. She's a hero for me. She get a hero for me. Yeah, I give her a hero.
I'm just talking about the rating of the movie. Might have.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. But
quite nice. Okay, so it was inspired by a true story. So here's some of the things that happened. So it's called the Ammons family, right? And it's in 2011. So it's a relatively recent thing. And they were saying that black flies were swarming their porch. So absolutely nothing to do with the basement. Then they're claiming they heard footsteps, and the mom claimed to have allegedly witnessed a shadowy, sexy figure of a man pacing in the living room. Weird. And then, you know, the 12-year-old daughter was claimed to have levitated
if you live above in the bed. I'm just letting you know.
Claimed to have levitated above a bed during a sleepover. Again, all these are claims, right? Like, nobody ever saw this but the family. And then the daughter had no memory of the incident. The son was thrown across the room by an unknown force, allegedly. The younger son allegedly had his eyes roll in the back of his head and say it's time to die. But again, some of this stuff was you know, there are hospital reports where they sent this little boy to the hospital and he was freaking out and screaming and all that stuff. And it shows here that a Department of Child Services was alerted to the family, and DCS personnel had allegedly witnessed the youngest boy walking up a wall backwards. So, and then there was a cop that was involved that claimed to see a shadowy figure in the house when nobody was home. It's just a bunch of like stuff that allegedly. So, but I mean, a lot of those themes did make it into the movie, so that's cool.
No. And let's go back to the scene where Omar Epps is grinding on Glenn Close.
Yeah. that tripped me out. And the way she was like the way Glenn Close was putting herself on display while getting chemotherapy.
Crazy.
Was just a wild scene because your eyes just look. They do. You can't help it.
They did.
And I'm just like,
I didn't like
what's
it. What's
happening right now? Why are we doing this? I don't want to be.
I like those two other ladies who are talking shit, just like not quiet about it.
But you know what? Glenn Close is not a pushover. Glenn Close is like, you got something to say? Like, Glenn Close does not give a fuck either.
Again, Glenn Close did a great job.
She'll come at you with a bat. She does not give a fuck.
Yeah. I don't, I didn't see anything wrong with what she, what was going on. So I actually I didn't have a problem with Glenn Close. I thought she did a great job.
No, it was just messing around just because I saw that scene and I'm like, what? Where did that come from?
The age gap between the two is quite
significant. But we see it with the other way around, right? I'm not even caring about that. It's just like, it just kind of threw me up. We've seen a lot of the older men in movies.
But when Omar Epps was like, yeah, just give me we'll talk after. I was like, I totally buy it. All this just happened.
Or when they were at the birthday party, I'm like, this is a girl's, I don't know if it was Sweet 16 or another, but they were at a birthday party and they were just getting down in the middle of the floor. And then the mom was grabbing on multiple dudes. I'm like, what is happening at this kid's birthday party? This is a child's party.
Yeah. Well,
children's parties can get. Oh man, you haven't been to some parties.
Have you been to a black person's party before?
Have you been to a hood party, like a black,
no
real one?
Yeah. Well, yeah. There you go.
Kids parties for about 20 minutes.
Exactly. You have not been to a black party before. You should definitely invite yourself to one day.
They turn into adult parties really quickly, and then there's usually a fight.
Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes.
I'm not a physical fight. But there's usually a screaming match. Somebody's getting pushed. Somebody's getting
I agree. Sometimes. Not always. But it definitely gets crazy. So I don't know. You need to invite yourself to a black party one day, just because. There's always some shit going down.
All right.
I've been privy. I haven't seen all the movies you have, alone, but I've been privy to some life experiences.
They are not like white parties. I'm gonna tell you this right now. And I've been to a white person's birthday party. It is not the same.
There's no cake.
Definitely is no cake. Oh God. Yeah. Don't invite me to y'all's party, white people.
Sean, you would enjoy a party I threw.
I think I probably would. You got a little soul to you, Steve. So I give you a little respect.
We got karaoke.
Nice.
Sean knows. When the drink starts, the vibratos come out, bro.
Oh man.
Everybody can sing.
Yep. You better get to going.
So, all right.
So that's our review on Deliverance.
I guess that was Deliverance.
Black parties rule. That's our review.
Yeah. And there's a lot of Glenn Closes in the hood. Just let you know that.
They're out there.
All right. Well, that's it for tonight. This is Lil.
This is Sean.
And this is Steve. And until next time, everybody, keep it creepy.
Oh.